I knew Nana Kwesiewua because he came to work in the same chambers as me. You know, he came there as a young lawyer. And so that's where the connection is. And around the time, I was keenly aware of the problems in the system. And being in a think tank, being an analyst, I was actually part of those who were explaining why we were having all those problems. And it boiled down to one thing. It was bad governance.
There are basic things in life: water, health, okay, energy, education, okay, transportation. And the bad leadership has affected every part of it.
What Nana Kwesi did was to put out a call that people should speak up to power concerning all the things that were going on. I observed it for a few days, but every day I looked at it, it seemed to me as if this is something I must, help with. I must put my weight behind. So one of those days, Akwesi called me and said, "Oh, Mr. Bentil, I want to do this, and I want you to join." I told him, okay, I'll call him back. And I did, I think, after a day. What he didn't know was I was thinking of it anyway. And it was very good that somebody had decided to take action. People like me were already active, on radio, TV, doing the analysis and criticizing and explaining everything. But I was very much dissatisfied with that because it did its job, but it lacked the bite of really going out and letting them know that we really mean business with all the stuff we're saying. It's easy to ignore an analyst. It's easy to ignore, somebody who is speaking on radio and asking for things. But when you put feet on the street, it's more difficult to ignore. That day, we were not sure how it was going to go, but the few of us who had committed to do this were determined to do it, even if we were only 3. And that's why we came there. And I personally was expecting the worst. So we all came prepared, but it was for Ghana.